Good afternoon. My name is Paul Biesty. I'm the Chief Technical Officer with the Furniture Division in the Office of Public Works. Today I'll be taking you through how we implemented the new Irish Green Public Procurement Furniture Criteria into our latest tender, the supply and installation of desking and storage units. Before we begin, I'd just like to give you a quick background to the Furniture Division and our main roles. Our primary role is the establishment of framework contracts for the procurement of loose furniture for government departments and agencies. Using these frameworks, we plan and manage office furniture fit-outs and solutions for government office departments and agencies. We preserve and maintain the state's collection of period furniture through our craft workers in our workshop and our stores. We collect, redistribute, upcycle, and responsibly dispose of redundant state furniture. So with that in mind, I suppose today's case study is based on the framework for the supply of desking and storage units, which is primarily used for the procurement of items for modern office environments. I suppose if we first take a look at where our green furniture approach and how it has evolved, the framework itself, we've had multiple of them in place. They've been in place since early 2000s. We've been running this type of kind of a modular framework since then. It's used by central government departments, local authorities, education bodies, and a range of other public sector clients. In the past, or historically, our green focus was on durable, independently tested modular furniture systems using biodegradable or recyclable materials so that at the end of life products could be broken down and recovered. But what's new with this new framework is that we've now integrated the EPA's latest Furniture GPP criteria published in 2024. Specifically, we've taken the part of the criteria that relates to the supply of new furniture and related services, which is basically section C of the document. Of the 17 relevant EPA criteria, well, we've integrated 13 of them and combined them with our own long-standing green criteria. So in total, we've about 20 green criteria spread across selection, technical and award criteria, and contract performance clauses, which pretty much make up over half of all of the criteria in the tender. So taking those new criteria and maybe having a high level look at some of them, you can see on the slide we've picked out the ones that are most relevant to the GPP. I suppose if we start and we look at the selection criteria, we can see that tenders must have a third-party verified quality and environmental management systems, for example, ISO 9000 and ISO 14001. I suppose this is to make sure that they have the internal process and controls needed to deliver a framework of this scale. We also require supply chain transparency. This ensures that suppliers must investigate and demonstrate traceability in their supply chains so that the environmental and human rights risks are understood and possibly avoided. Under technical specifications, I suppose we look at design and fitness for use, sustainable packaging, and sustainable and circular design. Under those headings, I suppose, are covered EN testing. So we have 11 standards in total covering all the furniture types in the framework. We've low or no VOC glues and finishes. We require 3D models to support reuse and upcycling and prototyping in the future. Details of the detailed repair and disassembly instructions so items can be maintained and reconfigured, and the use of wood veneer and solid wood lipping, which supports durability and recyclability. I suppose consistency of the specification and requirements gives the suppliers the confidence to plan and invest in the infrastructure going forward. So even though we have these new ones, we still have that same kind of consistent specification, which we haven't deviated from too far. For sustainable packaging, any packaging that can be reused must be reused. For example, moving blankets and foam. Where cardboard is used, it must be recycled and compliant with the relevant standards. I suppose the principle is that no packaging is the best kind of packaging where that's safe and practical. If we take a look under the award criteria, one of the criteria there was the sustainable transport. So award criterion encouraging tenderers to cut emissions using electric vehicles, alternative fuels, smarter route planning, and similar measures. We introduce EPDs, or environmental product declarations, for key products, encouraging suppliers to quantify their impacts on us in a standardized, verifiable way. To put together an overall circular economy plan criterion, asking tenderers to set out detailed processes for keeping furniture in circulation for as long as possible, with second life options for all products. So this pushes suppliers to expand what is possible in reuse and to keep improving throughout the life of the contract. At the end there, you'll see price. I mean, this is a regular throughout, but I suppose we just left it in to give people understanding that price is still there, and it makes up about 40 to 45% of the overall marks in the tender. If we looked in at contract performance clauses, I suppose the theory is if it's not measured, it's not real. We have three contract performance clauses on packaging, on transport, and on the circular economy plan. These CPCs require suppliers, I suppose, to track, report, and continually improve their performance in each of these areas over the duration of the framework. So I suppose that brings us then to the results of the baseline technical requirements in the tender. What we have is we have furniture that's tested to the relevant EU standards for strength, durability, and dimensional stability. We have durable, biodegradable furniture, which with high recyclable content in all the key components. We have a modular furniture system that can be reconfigured and reused in new locations. Detailed assembly and repair information for all the products to support maintenance and reuse. All packaging is justified or minimized and reusable where possible. Low VOC glues and finishes. Dimensionally accurate 3D models provided to enable digital prototyping and reuse and reconfigurable options of those products. If we look under the award criteria and the CPCs, we now have a 10-year warranty on all furniture supplied under the contract, 15-year supply of parts, delivery fleet operating on hydro-treated vegetable oil or HGO. We have a furniture take-back and refurbishment upcycling options available, environmental product declarations for all the key furniture products, and then under packaging and transport, we have detailed information on both the packaging used and the type of transport and the routes and similar. I suppose within all of those as well, again, at the backbone of it all is, I suppose, still there's a consistency within our spec and within our award criteria and our technical specific area, again, linking back to that consistency, which allows suppliers to come up with these modular furniture solutions, to have all the confidence, I suppose, to make capital investments in their infrastructure, in machinery and in staff. We're also at the moment trying to reach out and engage with educational bodies to develop second life options through the digital prototyping. This is only possible because we now have the requirement to provide accurate 3D models, which we can share and ask, as I said, those educational bodies to come up with other solutions for second or end of life products and give them a second life. So I suppose that takes us then to the kind of results of the tender. What we have now is a successful tender. It's live as of kind of mid-October. The tender has full compliance with the technical specification and selection criteria. We have the new contract performance clauses now provide better data on reuse, refurbishment, packaging, and transport impacts. We have a new second life pathways for the furniture at its end of first life. I suppose if we're to look at some of the lessons that we've learned from that tender, I think we need to engage earlier and more directly with suppliers to build a kind of a shared understanding of our GPP ambitions in the Irish market. Future call for tenders should include clearer examples of best practice from Ireland and other EU member states so suppliers can see what good looks like. Some of the criteria that we've included in our tender are already at the upper end of what the Irish market can currently deliver. So further tightening will need to be phased in with a strong market engagement. I suppose that also then takes me to my last slide, which concludes my presentation. I'd like to thank you for your time. And if you have any queries, please don't hesitate. You can contact with us at furniture@opw.ie.